Welcome back to BackBit Impossible. I'm Luke Darksnout, your furry host without fleas. And last time we got this working. This is Character Maker 1. And as you can see, it was able to convert the bitmaps of the video frames into character sets. It does it remarkably well. Look at the accuracy percentages here. That's pretty good, eh? And we did touch on the terms pixel difference. I didn't really show any of the results, but there they are. You can see the pixel difference for each one of these images, and that is exactly the precise number of pixels that are different compared to the original bitmap. So as you can see, they're, whatever. It's more of a relative number because as time goes on, I use this. Version 1 is my big benchmark. If you can beat version 1, you're onto something. The problem is how long it takes version 1 to do its magic. I can't wait. I can't wait a half an hour or more to do one frame. The SuperCPU is great, but it makes mistakes. And besides, that's a half an hour. For one frame. There's about 9,000 of these. So begins the long journey of finding a better solution. And for me, finding a faster way of doing something you already understand is, it's great fun. This is one of the most frustrating and fun challenges I've ever had to do in my life. And it does take up quite a bit of my time. What we are about to see here, this is Character Maker 2, and it takes place a week or two down the road. So let's jump right on in, and let's see what I came up with next time. And here we are, Character Maker 2.
Okay, this is how I'm going to test, or already have tested. How do I say this? Okay, right now it did the scan for zeros, duplicate cells. So I press this button here, and now it's doing a check for cells that have a difference of 1. However, I now can press the button again. Now it's doing a difference of 2. But I can also make it go, well, is there more differences of 2? No, because I pressed a different button, see? But I can also make it go back, go check out 1 again. Nothing. Nothing is ready for 1. So that's good. That means this is now 2, now 3. It'll go up. And 4. And the next button will complete the picture, and neat. This isn't perfect yet. Well, it is a lot of fun to watch this thing draw itself. But as you can see, there's this chunky stuff, because I think the problem that I have now is duplicates that are found in the very first round should be retained. Like, they should just be like, congratulations, you made it. But they still have the chance to be modified by differences between, 1 cell mismatch and 2 and 3, and that can corrupt them all and turn it into this square junk, even though the overall pixel mismatch is not that bad. But anyways, yes, what I was trying to say is the good thing here is after it does its sweep here, and I ask it to do, like, there's the sweep. It's doing the sweep for 1 pixel mismatch now. But if I tell it to do it again, there is no more. That's good. So after it collects all the 1s, then the only differences are 2 and above. And luckily, it stops at about 5. So that's good, because, I mean, there's only 32 possible mismatches. That's if every cell is absolutely different. Still, that's mesmerizing. Of course, Super CPU time. Without it, it's about 5 minutes a frame. Still acceptable. This is, early version of my code here. Character Maker 2.1. Oh yeah, you might be wondering what the 744 is all about. Every time there's a cell comparison, and they deem that these two can be merged, one of them loses. And that one gets an internal work value of 0. The other one gets the extra value that the other cell had. So you can have these juggernaut cells that have like a value of 100 if they keep gobbling up lesser things around them. But the 744, every time a cell gets basically disregarded, it's now merged, it's now gone. Well, once 744 of the 1,000 are gone, what's left? 256. And once we hit that number, then I know that every single cell left can basically be encoded as it sits, completely uncompressed. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And that's cool because the little oddballs like his eye and stuff are less likely to lose out. Now it changes the background based on how many mismatches it's looking for that generation. And I realized it's not the repeated sections that are getting disregarded. It's these little odds and ends that are 1 or 2 pixels away from ideal, and they get merged with this, with the nothing, which kind of sucks. Maybe I should make it so nothing can merge with the repeated tiles. I don't know. This here, I have a different picture I'll show you. They didn't appear before, and I have a higher mismatch total. Here's a little snippet of my cell match code. Basically, compare 2 cells, and we're looking for either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And if they're not the same, like if they're not so many apart, we go look for something else. But what we do afterwards, we find out if, say, one is unique and the other one is unique, well, then this one will win out every time. However, if the second one has a higher value, meaning it's gobbled up more things that represent it, this one, it'll be clear, and it'll come down here where this one is the one that stays, this one becomes a 0, otherwise this one stays, and that one becomes a 0. And here's what I'm going to try next, because it has the possibility of one being higher than the other. Well, let's make it so they can only be the same. If they're both not 1, as in currently a unique on-screen character, if they're both not unique, don't allow them to merge. That might get rid of those little trace edge pieces that I really want back. We'll see how this works with just by changing, well, I would change it to this, B&E, and then go back to 3620. Should be that simple. Let's try it right now. Okay, one-handed typing again, gotta love it. Okay, what? Why not? Oh, dude, no way. 3680. That's supposed to be loop. There we go. Come on. Sorry. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, I switched frames. That's why he's got his mouth open. Well, it went as high as looking for matches that were 8 pixels different, which is much worse. And look at all this junk. Maybe that's not a good idea. Let's see what our pixel mismatch is. What was it? It was 1800 and something before. It also took an extra 8 seconds. Trying something new here. I'm going to tweak this down. Frame 5803. Best case, I was getting 1906 with my slow routine. Check this out. Okay, you're looking pretty good, aren't you? I should get a picture of this. I'll run it again later. Look at that. And the trick is, like I said, if it's five or more, it doesn't consider it for the merge anymore. I'm going to tweak this number and try different things and see how good this can get. Oh, this is awesome. Now I'm trying it the other way. You'll see. You see it also goes deeper into the mismatches it is looking for, because it's forced to say no to so many others. And I don't know if this is the sweet spot or not. Oh, look at his eye. It's trashed. Yeah, this is worse.
That's it for version 2.1. I like this one. It was quick. It was fun to watch, but it wasn't very effective. And because of that, I'm forced to keep trying. I've got to go back at it, come up with something different. And I do come up with something different. But in the next episode, we're going to take a little short diversion to give you a little more insight as to the basics on how these programs really work. Anyway, until then, I'm Loop Darksnout.